Hi there, beautiful beings. How are you today? How are you feeling? Everybody excited about the coaching? Now, it's 8 weeks. If at the end of the 8 weeks you feel okay, enough for you want to stay in being the victim and you want to, keep staying stuck, that's up to you. That's your path, There's no judgment at all. It's really up to you. You will find as you go through the course, oh, okay, no, I prefer to stay in the old ways. I'd prefer to stay in the familiar than to step into something that's unknown and I'm not, sure if, whatever. It's really up to you. If you're not ready to change, you'll know. You won't even sign up. But I feel that most people that are here are ready for that change, just like I was. You know when you're ready. You know when, you know what? This is it. I'm done with that pattern. I'm done with that habit. I'm done with whatever it is that's holding you back, Now, what I did want to bring awareness to for many people, I found earlier on in the year when I was doing the free strategy sessions, I used to do them over Zoom. And a lot of people did not show up because it was face to face. So I want you to know that the strategy sessions and all the coaching sessions that we do are over the phone. We will not be face to face. I'm going to explain this here so I don't have to explain it later, although I might if people miss this video. What came to my awareness is that many people are self-conscious, self-conscious about being face-to-face. There's a fear around that I'm seeing you, and in seeing you, I'm judging you, and all the rest of it. So we wanted to take that off the table. This is for you. It doesn't matter if I see you or if I don't see you. The information that comes through is actually more powerful because that is not in the way. The visual is not in the way. So what happens is, like when we do our meditations and we close our eyes, we are more present with what is within. We are more present with ourselves. I am more present with what I'm listening to, allowing spirit, to work its magic. So whatever spirit wants to bring through, that's what's going to come through. Like with all these videos, I sit here half the time, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I just go, okay, this is the subject, like the subject of awakening. It just, boing, these huge alarm bells went off with that word, Awaken can mean so many different things to so many different people. It's not one thing. It's like when we think of what a spiritual healer needs to look like. They don't need to look like that. There's no right way or wrong way to be a spiritual healer. They can be joyful, they can be fun, or they can be calm and soothing and peaceful. There's no right way to be the spiritual healer. It's just that we have all these judgments around what a spiritual healer needs to look like. But once you get rid of all that conditioning of what we've been told spiritual healers need to look like, then it doesn't matter. You can get incredible spiritual awareness, insights, from the most unlikeliest of beings, because remember, we are all spirit. It's all spiritual. And the only one that has the power to heal themselves is you. Only you can heal you. No matter how wonderful I think I am as a healer, if I don't have permission from you, it's not going to go anywhere. It's like when people go to the doctor. Why do some heal and others don't? Because they believe within themselves completely that they can heal. They know they have the power to heal themselves. When doctors tell them they have a terminal illness and they can't do anything for them. We've heard so many stories of people that heal. They turn it all around. Because they discover through that illness, hey, I had the power to heal all along. That is their journey. That's what they're here for, to realize that they are spirit. They have healing abilities within them. Your body is incredibly intelligent when we get out of the way and we allow it to heal itself. The body is incredibly intelligent. So we're a bit off topic. We were talking about when we do the coaching sessions, it's all on the phone. And the main reason for that is so that you can focus on you. When we ask a question, whatever that question is, you're not worried about what I'm doing, what I'm looking at, or what you're doing, how I look, how you look, how's my hair, none of that is in the way. We don't need any of that for this journey. You don't need it. You know what I look like? I'm here all the time. I'm going to look the same. Probably a bit scruffier, you know. I love my hair when it's like wild like that. But I might have my hair tied up for a change. You know, who knows? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't add more or less value to the call. It actually it takes away. It's a distraction. And so we're taking out that distraction so that you can focus on you. With the free strategy session, we're just talking on the phone as you would with a friend, exploring your options together. We're just having a conversation. Where you're at, where you want to be. What's in the way? Let's have this discussion. That's all the free strategy session will be, a phone call. And then when we're doing the coaching course, they're all phone calls. All of them, every single one. We don't need to have the face-to-face. I don't need to know what you look like. For me, it's less distraction. Because when we are talking, I can really focus on your energy, on what's coming through, on what spirit wants to send through. It's a much better way of communicating. And you will get more from it. And the whole purpose of these coaching sessions is for you. How can we serve you better? And so I've learnt with this beautiful coaching course I've just done, on the phone is serving you better. That you don't need to worry about me looking at you, at me judging you in any way of what is she thinking? You know, I haven't done my hair, I haven't done my makeup, I haven't, whatever it is. Half of my teeth are missing. All of that, who knows? Or I have freckles, or I have skin imperfections, or I'm bald. I don't know. But it's so irrelevant to what we are trying to do. None of that matters. None of that matters. What you look like doesn't matter. What I look like, what we're doing the sessions, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're here on a journey and we are assisting you on your path. That's what matters. So we wanted to put your heart at ease, that it's not going to be this stressful thing, that we're going to be talking face to face and I'm going to be looking at you, because so many people are introverted. I was going to say introverts. You know what I mean? They're shy. So it's not their thing to have these face-to-face conversations. It's too confrontational for them. So we've taken that off the table because we find it's a better space for communication when you're just on the phone and it's my voice and I'm listening to your voice. And that's it. That's all it will be for the free strategy session and for all of the coaching sessions. I just wanted to make that clear. For those of you who, signed up for free strategy sessions in the past and didn't show up because, we're going to be face-to-face and it's traumatic for some. You don't need to worry about that anymore. It's been taken off the table. We get more out of taking out the visual. We get a lot more out of it. We get a lot more of what's coming through. Energetically, we can pick up more as well because we're not distracted with what you're doing or not doing or, looking at you physically. It's a much better session. So, my beautiful beings, here we'll just recap. The full pricing as of the 1st of January 2026 will be $1,997. And if you haven't heard, we're giving away a free coaching course to one subscriber, probably the first one that sends in to ask for it, and one YouTube subscriber and one Facebook follower, one of each. So you can sign up to Facebook and, ask twice, send 2 emails. It's all right as long as you're part of both communities. Then you can, send in an email for both. And if you don't get that, and it will be announced at the end of the week, because I imagine that's going to get picked up pretty quick, that one spot for the free 8-week coaching course with me and my beautiful team, one-on-one. So from there, you'll have the free strategy session. But for the rest of you, don't feel bad, because I've been divinely guided to offer you an incredible discount for the rest of this year, which is 75% off. And it will be the only time that we will be offering this price, which brings the price down to under $500. And for those of you, and that's Aussie dollars, Australian dollars, which is lower than the American dollars. So we will work out the American price where it's at today, but that fluctuates a little bit. I'm guessing it'll be around 400. That's for 2 months worth of coaching. And you will have payment options, so you can pay each month. And that too will be up here, so you have an idea of what it is in Aussie dollars and US dollars, but you'll be paying the Aussie dollars on our site. So we can't wait to get started with you and assist you on your journey. We're not even guiding. You're the one that's guiding us. You're the one that has the answers within for your path. We're just here to assist. We're just here to give you the tools that you can discover all of this for yourself. All the beautiful techniques. One of the techniques that we used, I discovered why I'm still playing Fortnite 5 years later. We started playing with my daughter through that COVID year, 2020. Everything was locked down. And we started playing, Fortnite. And we had so much fun. There'd be late nights, till 1, 2 in the morning, and you could hear us yelling at each other, on the computers in the same room, even though we're next to each other. It was just so funny. I still remember our first 2 games. The first one was like, she died, and she's yelling at me, "Mom, get my reboot card." And I'm sitting there going, "What's a reboot card?" And she goes, "Oh, Mom, you're such a noob." And then in the second game, she died again. And she goes, "Get my reboot card." And I'm like, okay. I found the reboot card. I picked it up. And I said, "Great, I've got it." And she goes, "Take it to the reboot van." And I'm like, "What's a reboot van?" And she's like, "Oh, Mom, you're such a noob." Because in the process, she's explaining to me how to get to the reboot van. Of course, I got killed. And we were playing duo. So it was just the 2 of us. We didn't have other team members we can go, pick us up. So she was trying to teach me how to play. But it was just those funny moments, We've had so many gorgeous moments like that. But she only played for like 6 months to a year, maybe. And then she went on to do other games. But I stayed with it. I loved everything about it at the time. Now, what came through while I was doing my coaching course, I realized that when I'm playing Fortnite, my body is in so much tension. I'm just so stressed because I'm going to get killed any minute now, and I've got to kill people. And there's that tension in my body the whole time, And I play about, I was playing about an hour a day. And I realized through the course, one of the things that came out, there were 2 things about that game, why I was still playing it. Because to this day, I'm like, she's not playing it anymore. We started because we were playing together, but why am I still playing it? When there's no reason, because she's not playing it with me. My husband doesn't play it. So I'm like, why am I still playing it? And I realized that there was a familiarity. I was familiar with that tension in my body from childhood, being in that state of tension all the time, that I'm going to get in trouble and, she's going to go off at me and I'm going to get smacked and I'm going to get yelled at. That constant tension in my body of living in that environment. And my body was used to that, you see. And I was recreating that for myself through Fortnite. I didn't even realize I was doing it, but that's what I was doing. And the other thing that came through with this playing Fortnite is that there's a sense of, I feel like a rebel, because I don't want to grow up. I don't want to be an adult. I want to be a kid. There's this sense of, going against what most people do. That's not grown up. That's not responsible. That's not, But you know, I always look at it and I think, well, hang on a minute. Because I've been playing Fortnite an hour a day. And when new seasons or chapters or whatever they're called come out, sometimes I'll play 2 hours a day, right? Because it's all new environment, new everything. But with that, I have published 6 books and I have a 7th one waiting to go to the publisher. I have created 8 courses and over 500 videos on YouTube. So I'm like, one thing doesn't take away from the other. When people say you don't have time, that's not true. Because if I can waste an hour a day, 2 hours a day on Fortnite, a video game, and still have time to do all that, despite my 2 part-time jobs, and I've got a daughter to raise, she's only 13, so it's not like I don't have kids. I have a house, I have to cook at night. There's always time for what you want to do, always. We make excuses. Not having time is an excuse. I don't have time. I don't have enough time is an excuse we make because we'd rather stay in the familiar, in that tension, than let it go and step into the unknown. There's that fear of what's in the unknown. I'm not used to that. This I'm used to. I can do this all day. I can do this for years, even though my body's like this the whole time. It's tense. It's stressed. I can do this to the point that I play video games to keep me in that state of stress that I'm used to from childhood. It's incredible what we do to ourselves. But the funny thing is, once you become aware of it, you become aware of why you're doing it, why that pattern is there, and you look at it and you think, wow, that's so funny. I'm such a funny being that I need to do that. You know, I feel the need to to do that to myself. You can let it go. You can look at it and you can love yourself for it. You know? So, yeah. I don't feel any more or any less spiritual because I play Fortnite. You know, I remember way back, to me it's my playtime. It's my time to escape this world and do into another world. You go into another world, you know. But I realized that it was just to recreate that tension that my body was used to from childhood. More than anything else, it's a tension I'm used to, a stress in my body that I'm used to, you know. And once I realized that, it kind of lost its power over me of, oh, I need to do this today. I need to put in my hours. I need to get my games on. I need to get my quests done. I need to get the next skin. Whatever it was always an excuse why I needed to be on there for an hour. And when I realized that that was it was like, oh, I don't need that anymore. I don't need to do that anymore, you know. So if I go in because, yeah, it's fun. I just want to play for an hour or so. But I just found it's been about 2 or 3 weeks now that I just don't feel the need for it, you know. And my body is so thankful. It's so grateful that it doesn't have to sit in that stressed out state for an hour just because it's familiar, you know. It's crazy what we do to ourselves. Oh, and in the next one, we're going to talk even more about the crazy stuff we do to ourselves. But, yeah, just stuff to think about. Look at your patterns. Where did they come from? Why are they there? Right, my beautiful beings? We love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. We love you dearly, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.